Okay, so today we're doing something a little different.
We are. We are diving into conspiracy theories.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting. Um, I think everyone listening probably has at least heard of a few conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And they're always kind of fascinating whether or not you believe them.
Yeah.
And we've got a source here that lays out kind of the most popular ones, the ones that people are talking about. And we're going to kind of dive into each one and see what makes them tick.
I love it. Sounds good.
The first one that everyone kind of thinks of is the moon landing hoax.
Oh, yeah, a classic.
Those guys.
The one where people believe that NASA actually faked the moon landing in 1969.
Right.
And there's all sorts of evidence that people point to, like inconsistencies in the photos or the way the flag is waving when there's no wind on the moon. So what do you think? Why do you think this one has stuck around for so long? It's been decades.
Yeah. Well, I think, it's the moon landing, right? It's a huge event for humanity. And I think there's this underlying distrust of the government for some people. Like, they think the government is always hiding something.
Right.
And I think this one really plays into that.
And it is kind of hard to wrap your mind around.
The fact that we sent people to the moon, like, it's such a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
So I can see how maybe people would have trouble believing.
Anyway, it makes you wonder, like, what else could they be hiding from us if they can fake the moon landing?
Exactly. And then you've got stuff like 9/11, which is a really sensitive topic. But there's a lot of conspiracy theories around that as well. A lot of people believe that elements within the U.S. government either knew about the attacks beforehand or were actually involved in orchestrating them to justify going to war or restricting civil liberties. Do you see any sort of connection between those two theories, like the moon landing and 9/11?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the common thread there is this, like, hidden truth.
Yeah.
Right? People feel like
that the government's lying.
Yeah, they're not getting the full story.
All right.
And they're trying to figure out what that is.
Right. And it's not just the government either. I mean, there's theories about big corporations.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like big pharma.
Uh-huh.
The theory that they're suppressing cures for diseases.
Right.
So they can keep making money selling us treatments.
Yeah, because, like, everyone's scared of getting sick.
Yeah.
So they think, okay, well, of course they to take advantage of that fear.
Right.
Right. So it's like they're
a big bad wolf in that scenario.
Exactly. And then
you got even weirder ones that go beyond that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Illuminati
yeah.
controlling the world, or that the earth is flat.
The flat earth.
It's like, how do you even get to that point?
It's crazy, the range of these theories.
Right. Like they go from like,
global domination to the shape of the planet.
Exactly.
What do you make of that?
Well, I think it shows that there's something about the human psyche that wants to find an explanation for things.
Right.
Even if it doesn't make sense.
Even if it's really out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes these theories can have real world consequences.
Oh, absolutely.
Our source even mentions Pizzagate.
Oh, yeah, that was a tough one.
Where people thought that this pizza parlor was involved in, like, a child trafficking ring.
Yeah, and it led to, like, actual violence.
Yeah, which is scary. So it's like, how do we balance that curiosity
with being responsible?
Yeah, I think it's about being critical.
Yeah.
Question everything. Look at the source.
Don't just believe everything you read online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
After all of this.
What would you say is like the main takeaway?
The main takeaway for me is that these theories, they're not just about the theories themselves. They're about how we as humans deal with uncertainty and fear. And
like, we want to find an answer.
Yeah. We want to make sense of the world.
Yeah.
Especially when things feel out of control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess that leaves us with a question for everyone listening. Why do you think people hold on to these theories?
Even when they're presented with evidence that says otherwise.
What is it about us that wants to believe?
Maybe that's something to think about.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
For another deep dive.